Hello, and welcome to the Initiative Order. I am your GM for this morning, Billy Seguire, and thank you so much for joining us today for Restoring Harmony, a Circus of Illusions, the final solo adventure of our Dungeons & Dragons Nerds adventure. Now, before we get into things and I introduce my players, let's give a quick shout out to the wonderful sponsors that help us help you. We have discounts and more. Firstly, Session Zero Clothing, makers of amazing D&D inspired streetwear. If you use code ORDER at checkout, you will get 15% off your whole basket. Next up is Norse Foundry, makers of beautiful artisan dice. You can use code TIO15 for, yes, 15% off your order. The numbers line up. Next, Roaming Player Gear, with the code Carnaby20, you get 20% off their dice tower and tray combo set. So that's great. And lastly, we have the wonderful Mythroll Armory, creators of the Tin 20 and Sketch Dice. If you use code INITIATIVE, you get 10% off their whole website. And before I turn things over to my players, I want to remind you that we are proud ambassadors of Jaspers Game Day, a nonprofit charity trying to raise awareness to help prevent teenage suicide. Please check out their website for details and assistance. They're a great group. Now, let me hand things over to today's player. Who do we have taking on the role of Green the Bard?
Hi everyone, I'm Eddie. Some of you might know me online as the Discount Bard. I'm a TTRPG performer, voice artist, real-life jack of all trades, master of none, and humble troublemaker who sometimes streams on Twitch and sometimes does other various chaotic things. You can find me on all the various social medias at Discount Bard and follow all the shenanigans that I find myself up to.
All right, and I hope I hope beyond hope that you are bringing shenanigans today.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, because I can't imagine a bard adventure without shenanigans.
Of course not.
So let's get started. I believe it's time to be absolute nerds. The City of Harmony is a lively metropolitan center, a focal point drawing together a hodgepodge of everything that makes this world a wondrous place to live. Across its varied landscape and population, one thing unites the city: its vibrant color. The legend of Harmony's founding tells of a magical spark that ignited the lands in spellbinding hues. Nobody knows the origin of the spark, but many have sought its source in the hopes of discovering the extent of its power. Recently, however, a strange phenomenon has shaken citizens of Harmony. In the past few weeks, color outages have been reported throughout the city, with very few clues as to what might be causing them. This evening, Green the Bard is relaxing in their favorite seat in the tavern. What are you doing at the tavern to relax, Green the Bard?
I believe I am sitting in my perfectly comfortable wooden chair that absolutely has zero splinters in it whatsoever, while I am humbly tuning my instrument of choice, my wonderful lute, with my toes, because this is apparently how we play instruments in this world. Mm-hmm. So just doing a little ding, 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 ding. 1 foot. Apparently I'm doing the splits while I'm doing this, because I'm not sure exactly how one would reach from 1 foot to the other to get to it, but you know what, we're sticking with it. It's a
nerd's world. This is how everybody does things. There's no weirdness here.
Yeah, you know what? Here's what. I'll even go a step further. We're gonna go ahead and lie upside down, because how else are we gonna be able to actually reach from one end to the other efficiently? So it's just easier this way. Plus, all the blood will go to my head that way, and that way I can get more inspiration.
All right, excellent. Yeah, you're tuning the guitar there. There's a roaring fire by you. I think probably Mauve comes by at one point, the owner of the establishment. Anything I can get for you, Sugar?
I think this is quite all right. I'm gonna okay, yeah, here we are. Actually, I could really go for some hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate, okay. We can whip something up for you. How will you be paying this evening?
Oh, well, I don't really have any money, but I can pay in song.
I see a man with a lute come into my establishment. I expect that as the answer. Maybe we see if you can get some money from the patrons around here to actually pay me in coin.
Oh, well, certainly. I think I can make that happen.
She chuckles to herself and goes off to the back of the bar to prepare you a nice draft hot chocolate. We got that on tap here.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and finish my tuning on my instrument here, and then reposition myself up in the chair and just start doing a humble little strum. Brum, brum, brum.
Sure, and I love doing this to bards. Let's get off on the right foot and make your first roll a performance check.
Oh, wonderful. That'll be a 21.
A 21. Wonderful. The patrons here, you're catching the vibe entirely. What is the vibe you're trying to create here in this tavern?
It's a totally terrific toe tapping tune. So we're gonna go ahead and do our little toe strumming. At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Couldn't live without you by my side. But I can't remember the words, so we'll just keep singing along. And this is just a wonderful starting song, so here we go. Playing with my toes. I don't know where we're gonna go from here, but this is where we'll go.
So yeah, you've earned, you're going around, you get about four gold from people around, and one man in particular, a fastidious-looking fellow with a suit and horn-rimmed glasses, pulls up a chair next to you. That was a lovely song that you had there.
Oh, thank you. It was completely original.
I can tell. I've never heard anything like it in all of Harmony. Especially the part where you said you forgot the words, but we're gonna carry on. I
was going for a mood. I can
empathize with that.
I was going for a mood, and I'm really glad that it came across.
It did. It did. Sometimes I try for a little more subterfuge, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think you could help me.
Oh?
I am. My name is Mr. Honeycutt. I work with a group called the Lorekeeper Society, and we are working together to try and solve the issue of these power outages that have been occurring all throughout this great city of Harmony of ours. And to be quite honest, I don't know if you've traveled far beyond the city borders, but it goes a little farther than that as well. It's the whole world.
I've always wanted to explore the world out there, and this sounds like a wonderful opportunity to do that.
Well, when we say exploring the world, I kind of want you to go downtown to the circus that's in town right now. I know it's even more central city than you might have been right now, but have you been to the Circus of Illusions by any chance?
Have I?
Roll me a history check. Why would I decide something when the dice could do it?
That's fair. I don't think I have a modifier for that, so 18.
18. Yes, I think you've been to the Circus of Illusions before. It's a circus that comes into town every few months. It goes between several cities of the world, like a circus does. And it's generally good time. You know that there are festival games, there's good food, there's shows to watch, and you've probably maybe unofficially busked there a few times as well.
Yeah, I remember they had, I really enjoyed the show there, but I think one of the highlights of the show the last time I went there was their scrumdiddlyumptiouses. They were absolutely delicious.
Oh, I've never had a chance to eat those. Usually I get a little nervous in crowds, so I don't tend to go myself. I have been one or two times just to pop into the shows and that, but scrumdiddlyumptious, you say?
Oh yeah, they're absolutely just delicious.
Sounds like a brand conglomeration that maybe years ago would have worked really well. But the reason I'm asking you is especially if you've been there before, if you could perhaps infiltrate it. We're looking for something called the Emerald Gem.
Emerald Gem.
As you can imagine, it is a priceless bit of jewel, but one which has much power. And we've heard rumors that somebody in the circus, we're not sure who, but that somebody in the circus currently possesses it.
What's the significance of this Emerald Gem?
I don't necessarily want to give too much away, but I've got to admit I've had a few of these hot chocolates already. I might be giving a little too much away just already to a bard singing a nice song. But roll me a persuasion check. I want to see if he will give you more or not.
Apparently the dice like me this morning. That's going to be a 24.
Okay, he takes another sip of that hot chocolate. Yes, well, actually, I mean, I suppose there's no harm. This is actually one of the gems of power. They're part of what give harmony its wonderful color, and we're working to we've actually got quite a few of them as well. We're working to bring together, and this might be the final piece of that puzzle.
An opportunity to be a town hero, you say? Well, that's an offer that I just can't possibly turn down.
I'm gonna roll a quick check because he's been kind of running his mouth to see if how sneaky he's still being about this secret plan. Cool. Yeah. So if you could, I'd love it if you'd be able to go tonight.
Oh, well, that's short notice, but let's do this. I'm excited.
Right, thank you, thank you so much. And he presses something into your palm, and he looks at you, deadly serious at this point. Watch out for clowns.
What?
And as he walks away, you see what you have in your hand now is a small bottle, a potion of healing.
And this is the part where the player sweats slightly. Okay.
All right. So what do you want to do? Mr. Honeycutt has now walked off.
Well, that was interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to my mug of hot chocolate, give it a quick down. Well, time to go to the circus.
Mauve is looking at you there after you down the hot chocolate.
Oh, yes, it was very delicious. Thank you. I very much appreciate this wonderful treat that you were so kind to provide.
She taps the bar with her toe.
Are you auditioning?
I'm looking for that payment that we discussed earlier.
The song wasn't enough?
The song, I think the patrons gave you a little gold from that. But if then we can make the goods and services transaction that gold makes its way to me, I would be highly thankful.
Oh, how can I say no to that face? And I'm going to go ahead and flip the tab over to our lovely barkeep on the way out the door.
Barnes shakes her head. And you make your way out to the Circus of Illusions. It is a large fairground in the middle of town, with several big tents, lots of little stands. You are outside right now in the line to get in, with a bunch of happy families, school children, and there is a ticket taker at the booth. As you get closer, you actually realize he is a wooden puppet. And he seems to be accepting a coin from people and talking to them as they go through. It is also a circus, so there are maybe some other ways to get in, but you do see some tough-looking men with big boots and red noses walking around those entrances as well.
Big boots and red noses, you say? Okay. You said that I've been here before, right?
Yes.
Is there an area around here that looks like it might be... Is there an area around here that looks like it might be like a backstage area?
Sure, sort of like a staff entrance?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, I'd say it's there. There's an area with like some trailers, some portable washroom areas, and there are three clowns milling around that area too, kind of talking to each other, maybe playing some dice. At that, excuse me, at that back entrance. Thank you.
I am going to puff myself up, and I am going to walk towards the staff entrance with an air that I know exactly what I'm doing.
All right. Roll me deception.
I don't think I have a modifier for deception, but 18.
18. All right. Your dice do like you tonight.
Apparently.
So let's play that out as one of the clowns stop you. Hey bud, where you think you're going?
I'm clearly late. I'm trying to get to my position backstage.
Oh, are you on the bill? Are you? Oh, he's on the bill, guys. He's taking over for Fleetfinger.
Yeah, Fleetfinger, exactly.
Okay, all right. So you're gonna want to go in. You're gonna want to go in and talk to Rubina first. She's in the blue tent, all right?
Got it.
All right.
I'll be right on that. And hey, keep doing what you're doing. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you. I told you guys. Thank you. See? Doesn't hurt a little bit. Honko, honko. To remind you they're clowns.
Of course. Thank you. I appreciate that humble reminder there.
So you're in there. There are lots of smaller stalls around. I'd say there are probably about 4 to 5 small yellow stalls around, and there are also several larger tents. There is the main tent, which is a multicolored circus tent, right in the center of the fairgrounds. There's also a few other tents that look like a red pyramid, a blue cube, a purple tent that almost looks like 2 pyramids put together, and a very angular but sturdy looking black tent.
So a red pyramid, a blue cube, a purple tent, and a sturdy black tent.
Yeah. If you wanted to say they look like a D4, a D6, a D8, and a D10, absolutely.
All right. Let's see. If I was an emerald gem, or if I was someone who was keeping an emerald gem, where would I keep it?
Step right up. Come play around here. It's you're passing other vendors and stands there.
Yes, of course. And now this is the part where the player's memory is failing them. Was there any additional detail that I got as regarding who would be in possession of this emerald gem?
No, there wasn't. And they just know that they've heard that it's been present at the circus.
Well, let's see. If I was a wonderful performing type person, I'd probably go for something grandiose. I see a giant red pyramid in front of me. Maybe we start there.
Okay. You see at this tent, there is a wooden sign at the front that reads Magnifico the Great in florid painted letters. There are 2 clowns, unshaven, standing on either side of the entrance, one picking his teeth with a chicken bone.
Okay, maybe we avoid the clowns. We're gonna just go ahead and mosey on over this direction, and we're gonna go on over to the blue cube.
To the blue cube. Okay. As you enter, this is the tent of Rubina, the Ringmaster. She is she is also a nerd. A little thinner, and she's looking over a bunch of schedules and events, looking kind of frantic. Okay, so if we move this around here, we can make that. But no, we don't have We don't have that person booked. Okay, we're going to need to change around here.
Hi, I'm here just checking in.
Oh, hello. Hello, you're here. You're here. You're here checking in.
Yes, I'm here to replace
Fleet Finger.
Fleet Finger. Yes, exactly.
Not because oh my goodness. This is exactly. Please sit down. Sit down. Sit down. I need you to sit. This is incredible. I am able to. Okay, excellent. What do you do? What do you do? I don't know who you are. I wasn't expecting you.
I'm I'm Green. I'm Green the Great.
Green the Great. That works. That is alliteration. We love that here. That's wonderful. And you're a bar. You have a lute.
I am indeed, and I'm going to go ahead and just lift up with my lute with my one foot, and then with the other, just pluck a couple strings.
That's what we need. Okay. Thank you. You are the answer to my desperate prayers to the gods of entertainment. Thank you. She takes you by the shoulder and leads you over to the main tent.
Which one's the main tent?
The main there was a main circus tent. It wasn't one of the colored ones. It was,
amongst the other tents. Got it.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, it is the very central here. And as you walk, she said, we didn't know what to do. Filippo Fleetfinger was our best musical act and just suddenly canceled. Because of the melancholy of the color outages. Totally their style absolutely no longer works with the circus environment. So please think of the crowd is already here. They've been promised a show. Thank you.
I can assure you that this performance will be
10
anything
gold.
but monochrome.
We didn't tell you 10 gold for the performance.
Oh.
Obviously, it is a paid gig. Thank you. I will go introduce you.
Wonderful.
And she runs up there. And now, good people of Harmony, we have a special treat for you tonight. We've searched near and far for this next act. The greatest in all Harmony, the verdant virtuoso, Green the Great. And before you know it, there is a massive crowd cheer as the main draw of the circus is currently you. And you are ushered out on stage. Now, you have two options here.
Mm-hmm.
You can play it safe. Maybe play something that you know well, a standard that is like usually gets a good reaction. Or you can go for it and try and go for, your performance of a lifetime to actually... This could be your big break.
Oh, we're not going to take an opportunity like this and not just go shoot for the stars.
All right, so give me a little audience patter, and then we'll have you do your role.
Hi everyone. I know I'm not the one you're used to, but I'm here to give you a wonderful show today. Once a humble nerd sang a song you've never heard, and we just go along, and we're just gonna sing a song.
What's that mean?
So I have a lovely die that has something very special that happens when you roll a nat 1. It just says no.
So you're saying that you are going to sing a song, and at that exact moment, there is like a generator going out. It gets dark in this tent. The world is fully monochrome right now. And it's like crickets.
Everybody's a critic.
Boo! 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 Oh, okay. A nat 1 probably doesn't hit me.
Probably not.
All right, a tomato does go like splat a couple feet from you, and there's some more vegetables that are starting to like pelt the bottom of the stage here as the boos and groans just start to echo in this tent.
And so you say it's the lights went out. How dark is it?
It's dark. There's no light. Does Green the Bard have dark vision?
I'm gonna guess not. I don't see that as one of my things. So
it would be around your perception. Yeah. So you can't see right now.
Wonderful.
So you just hear it. Let's do it this way because I feel like this is gonna be more fun. Roll for initiative.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay. Let's roll those. Cool. So you do get to go first. You are in the middle of this tent. Let's say it's going to take you 3 turns. No, that'd be a crazy big tent. Let's say it could be a good 200 foot of that. Let's say you're 90 feet from the entrance there. We'll give it a firm number. You're 90 feet of the entrance. I wasn't planning for this, but you rolled a nat 1 performance, so it's going to be a dangerous situation for you now. What do you want to do? And you can go, let's say north, south, east, or west, and we'll roll to see where the exit actually is.
Cool. So yeah, we're gonna we'll go. Do I know what direction I came in from?
I'll let you orient yourself that way with a survival check.
All right. Nope.
Okay.
that's a 2.
Yeah, no. You've gotten turned around in the dark.
Oh.
I think maybe as you were hyping everybody up, you were like, turning around at the crowd.
I was so full of myself and assured in the quality of my performance that I completely forgot where I am and where I came from.
Absolutely.
Great. So I'm going to run north, because why not?
All right, you're going to run north. Let me just kind of see here. Okay. All right. So how are you? What are you doing with your turn? Are you dashing? Are you?
We're gonna make a no. We're gonna go ahead and go normal moving speed. Hopefully trying not to trip on my feet while I'm at it. And I think I'm also going to take this opportunity to actually, I guess that would make me. I am hopping on one foot, holding the lute with my mouth and using my free foot to strum a couple of little strings to try to bring out some dancing lights so that I can actually see where on earth I'm going.
Smart idea. Okay.
So just shine the light along. We're gonna sing a song to make some light.
Okay. How far does it say how far that light shines?
Let's see. I think it's 10-foot radius.
A 10-foot radius. Okay, so you can't quite see to the exit yet, but maybe it will give you a little bit more of an early sign than you would have had otherwise.
Right, and let's see. How far can I cast it? It's I think I have to use my bonus action to move it. But I think I can move it up to 60 feet to a new spot. I don't know if I can.
Okay, so if you wanted to have those lights go ahead of you, you could see right now if you're running in the right direction.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. You are not.
Great.
You are running towards literally like a stack of barrels right now. And the audience is going to take a few more shots at you with their vegetables. Does an 11 hit you?
Nope, not quite.
Does a 10? I'm gonna assume no, because that's less. Okay, you're fine.
Does that come back to me?
That come back to you. I mean, I'm just gonna give your level 1 character. I don't want to kill you right yet.
Perfect. All right, so north being completely wrong, I'm gonna go ahead and, well, this is wrong, so let's change direction, and we're gonna go ahead and head west, and I'm gonna send my lights ahead of me.
Okay, west.
Still wrong. Oh, good.
Still wrong.
Well, this is working out great.
It is, but the lights, it could be worse. You could have to take like 2 to 3 turns to get to each of these. Right now, you're just kind of like going a little bit one way and going a little bit the other. So you haven't lost ground yet.
Oh, good.
Does a 12 hit you?
It just misses.
Okay, it just misses. A carrot whizzes by your ear. Terrible vegetable to throw at somebody.
That's just rude.
Yeah. The other roll absolutely missed. So you got 2 directions, I believe, south and east now you could potentially go.
Correct. So since north didn't work and west didn't work, clearly the next option is east.
That's the way out.
Hey! Oh, good.
Okay, so now, so I believe that was a bonus action to move it, right?
Bonus action to move the light, yeah.
Okay, but because since you didn't cast it on this turn, you could dash.
Yeah, let's make a break for it.
Okay.
We're moving the lights and we're running. We're actually hopping on 1 foot, but somehow we're still running. And here we go.
Does a 14 hit you?
That'll hit.
There we go. The audience is going to get 1 good smack in. You are going to take 4 bludgeoning damage from a tomato.
That's a rough tomato. They had rocks to this thing?
It is not ripe. This is a like green tomato. Really, really firm.
On the way to the door, I'm gonna say, you might want to leave that one on the vine a little longer next time.
And then it's back to you. Are you just gonna run out that door?
Yeah, we're making a break for it.
Okay, so you're out there, and as you get out, it is bright lights outside the circus, but still, it's a little chaotic because everything here is still gray. You're still in the black and white world.
I didn't think my song was that bad. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what else is happening.
High stakes roll. You got that one on.
No kidding. So it's chaos out here. Like, are like people like mulling about and stuff like that, or?
Yeah, it's not like they're like running and screaming, but there is sort of it's like the rain has started. People are trying to like collect themselves up. There's a nastiness in the air.
Cool. I'm going to take advantage of the distractions and try to find the purple tent.
Okay. Purple tent. I think we'll let you do that. You get in, you run, you go into the, well, they're all gray. Cool. Is there? We did establish shapes.
Yes. So
did you note those down?
If I recall correctly, that would be a purple diamond-shaped building, I guess. Would that be correct?
Yeah, diamond. I think that is the D8.
Yes.
Yeah. You do remember? That's good.
Yes.
You go.
I had to look down to think about saying, what shape is a D8? Oh, there it is.
As you go, as you were running through the crowd, looking to make sure that no like angry music lovers are coming to get you. The color is starting to fade and come up, and you can tell that you are running towards the correct purple tent because that like violet aura does start to emanate from it. And you get into the tent. Inside, strumming a lute of their own, is a morose-looking bard dressed in black. Hey, color outages get you too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crowd turns on you pretty easily when that happens, doesn't it?
No, I mean, I feel like everyone has their off days.
It's been a few off weeks. And he kind of just like goes back.
Would it be safe to assume that this is Fidel? Was that his name?
You can try to call him Fidel.
Fidel?
Fleetfinger.
Fleetfinger. Yes.
Filippo Fleetfinger.
Filippo.
Or, was fleet-fingered. And he's just playing this like really like slow jam on his guitar, just like not even looking up at you really, just.
So what happened?
What happened? Well, the color outages didn't help. Now suddenly, every time I mess up a song, the crowd turns on me instantly. People as forgiving as they were before, and to make up for that, Rabina's had to change the whole schedule, and now Magnifico and his awful rat are like the leads of the circus. Who wants to be second fiddle to a rat? You ever gotten second billing to a literal rodent? It does not feel good.
I mean, I've known some pretty predominant rodents in my time, and sometimes that's just a stepping stone for how you achieve greatness.
Sure. He's this guy's deeply depressed. You can notice your words are bouncing off of him.
Well, you seem like you're busy doing your thing here. Out of curiosity, you haven't happened to see a... I've been looking for something. I seem to have misplaced it. There's this... I have this gem that I'm trying to find. I seem to have left it somewhere, and I can't remember where I left it.
Looking for a gem? Try the games, man.
The games.
Try
yes.
the games.
And that's... I totally remember. The games are they're in the that tent. The
They're just all around.
They're all around. Okay, all right. So you have fun doing your thing here. I'm gonna... Yeah. Hey,
sorry that you had. I could hear the booze from here, man. It's a rough time to be a bard.
Yeah, again, we all have off days, but the good one's coming. I know it is.
Roll a persuasion check.
11?
Yeah, that feels about right for that. I guess he keeps playing.
And I'm going to just slowly meander my way out of the tent.
It's especially coming out of that particular tent, it seems a lot brighter and colorful out here. Things have returned a little more to normal, the gradual ebb and flow of the colors of harmony, and it's a breath of fresh air to be out of. It was very stagnant air in Fleetfinger's tent.
Okay, well, now that things are feeling significantly more positive out here, that was a change of environment. Let's go play some games.
All right, roll me a d4 to see which games are around here. Roll me 2d4s.
2d4s. All right. Let me find another d4 here. Here we go.
Give you an option to choose.
We've got a 4 and a 3.
A 4 and a 3. You see a test your strength game and a face painting booth.
Well, face painting it is.
Yes. Awesome.
Because strength, not my strong suit.
Sure. Absolutely. So, hey there. Hi there.
Oh well, hi.
Hi there. And there's another like little like wooden puppet at this booth. What can I do you for today?
Well, I'm not sure. I was directed. I'm looking for something that I lost, and I was hoping that maybe this booth might be able to help provide some insight on that.
Okay. What you looking for today?
I'm looking for something shiny that I seem to have lost.
Shiny. Okay, we got shiny. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a green color. I mean, kind of like me.
Green,
it looks like me,
green, shiny.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right.
It might have sort of a gem-like quality to it.
Okay. Green, shiny, gem. I got it. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw is 11.
11. This puppet lunges at your face with a little brush in his hand. And starts drawing with the paint on your face. And you now have a lovely green gem drawn in this shiny metallic paint on your face. Well, I hope you like that there, friend.
It's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. And he holds up the gold that he took from your pocket. And you signed the waiver when you came in.
And I'm going to step away from the booth. Just
all right. By the way, this is mood mark paint. So right now it will change color depending on your moods, and people who are observing you can make a DC 10 insight check to see what your current state is.
Wonderful. It'll be the color of whatever mood is flabbergasted.
Okay.
I don't know what color that would be.
Let's say a nice fuchsia right now.
Perfect. So, cool.
As you're walking, there is like a man with a thick mustache and like a tiger on his face. Look at you like...
Yeah, that's about right. Cool, so, well, I guess we're testing our strength.
You could look for other games at this point.
Or we could look for other games. Let's do that. Let's do that. How does a 1 and a 3 do you?
A 1 and a 3, so, you see another face painting booth. They're very popular here. And one for something called Throwball.
Throwball? What's that all about?
Oh, step right up. You're looking to play some Throwball here, boy? Again,
sure.
Puppet.
How does one play Throwball?
Oh, you simply take one of these balls, you throw it at those pins, and you try to knock them all down.
Okay. Well, that does sound rather complicated. But how? So what do you get if you knock them all down?
Oh, there's a couple different prizes. You could get the goldfish in a bowl. You could get some lovely temporary tattoos. You could get our big emerald gem up there, or you could get our novelty helm. That's very popular.
Big emerald gem, you say? And is it on display? Like, can I see it?
Yes, I think that why of course they're going to show their prizes. So yeah, you do see these things up there.
Okay. Yes. I would love to play.
All right. It is it's 1 gold per ball.
1 gold per ball. Okay. How much gold do I have right now?
You earned 4 gold in the bar.
Uh-huh.
You spent 1 on your drink, you spent 1 on the face paint, so I believe you have 2 gold left.
Great. Cool. So yeah, I feel like I got a good throwing arm. Let's do it.
All right, how many balls would you like?
Well, you know what? I never like to consider myself a one-trick pony, but I definitely think that I can do this in 1 shot, so let's do 1 shot.
Okay. So you give him 1 gold. He hands you a ball, and what you're going to do is you are going to make me a ranged attack.
Cool,
you can be proficient in this ball. I think is
great.
fair.
That'll help. All right, you've liked me up until my performance. Let's see if I can make this work for me. How's an 18?
An 18 absolutely hits. Roll me a d6 for damage.
Okay. Just a straight d6?
I guess plus your dexterity.
D6 plus dex would make that a 7.
A 7. The pins do all fall down. My apologies, something that's going up. So you throw it. There were 4 pins lined up there. You knocked them all down, plus probably some to the side. All right,
we did it.
We did it. You can have your pick of a prize.
I've had my eyes on that gem.
All right, and he picks it up. He hands it to you. And you got this like big inflatable green emerald gem that you can carry with you for the rest of the day. That matches your face pretty good right now.
Does it match the lovely, reddish fuchsia that's going on right now?
Yeah, no, it matches it in shape, but probably not in color. So you're standing in the middle of the fairground with your face painted, holding your inflatable gem, and that's where we'll take a break before the next half of our episode.
That's about right.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. All right. Hello, everybody. Where we last left off, Green had a fun day at the circus. He got his face painted. He won a prize at a game and now has a large inflatable gem. And you are standing in the middle of the circus with this fuchsia gem on your face, showing your frustration and flusterization. Roll me a perception check.
That'll be a... Where is my perception? Oh, there's my passive. Do I have a modifier? Do I not have a modifier?
You might not, since you don't have proficiency in it on that sheet.
That's
so
fair.
It would just be your wisdom straight.
That'll just be a 9 plus wisdom was 1, so 10.
10? 10's good enough for this. You do see those rough-looking clowns and a man in a fancy outfit and a cape walking towards the main tent.
Fancy outfit with a cape. That's traditional villain attire. I'm gonna approach and try not to draw attention to myself as much as I can do with this lovely gem and face paint and all this accoutrement.
Sure, absolutely. So you are kind of like you're sneaking in. You're not really sneaking. You're simply attending the show in the main tent, I would say.
Sure.
That's fine. I don't need to have you do a roll for that. And you go and you do see the show beginning for Magnifico the Magician and his magic rat, Finster.
Finster, okay.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to the show of Magnifico the Magician. And he puts his hands up, and there are explosions of smoke. And you watch him as he goes through an array of tricks, mostly centered on this white rat wearing a little yellow bow tie. And as they go through it, there's a lot of little sleight of hand illusion tricks. Finster disappears on one area and reappears at another. A lot of patter. Roll me an insight check here as you watch this show.
That'll be a synthetic 20.
a synthetic 20. Thank you. As you're noticing, because you are a bard and you also have magical abilities, what he's doing doesn't really line up. Like he is, he's silently doing tricks that you would normally imagine would require vocal components. He's simply speaking for tricks that would require somatic components, or there's just a little bit too much of a delay when he's doing them. You get a sense that maybe his magic, either because it's a synthetic 20, I gotta give you this option here. Either it isn't real, or he's not the one doing it.
I'd like to make an observation around the room and see if there's anything that I can see that might be a source of where someone might be able to like visualize the stage or something like that, or like I want to see if I can see any shenanigans happening somewhere, basically is what I'm trying to get at.
Roll me perception for that.
That'll be a 10 again.
A 10? Not really. It's it's a circus. It's got these bleachers all around. There is like crew areas under the bleachers, but it's hard for you to see, especially with like the crowd actually getting into. It's very unlike your show. They're into this one.
So something's fishy here, but I have no idea from where. Okay, I guess I'm gonna keep on watching the show and just see if I observe anything else unusual.
Okay, so you're staying for his full show.
For now, I want to see if there's anything else that I see shenanigan wise.
Okay.
Maybe if I pay closer attention, maybe I'll spot something.
Sure. He does some more tricks. This time he's doing some sort of conjuration magics where he's like getting this like large pool of water together, and he's gonna have Finster jump into it from a great height. And I guess you can roll me another perception to look around here.
Okay. No. I want to, let's see, what is it? I want to, I had something I was going to try to do here. I want, sorry, what was the rat doing again?
The rat, it depends on the tricks. The rat, Finster, again, yellow bow tie. It depends on the tricks, but most of the tricks do seem to be centered around the rat. This particular one is sort of like a high diving. act into a pool of water that Magnifico is conjuring.
Okay. How far away am I from the performance?
You're in the stands and they're in the center. So I think we said before when you were in the center that was 90 feet.
Okay, never mind then. I had an idea, but that's not going to work from that distance.
You could
cool.
try to get closer, I guess, if you wanted. But
nah, I think we're gonna go ahead and we're enjoying the show, but I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna do a complete faux pas and stand up in the middle of a performance and mull about and try to see if I can get out and just stand casually to the side, look around, and see. I'm gonna keep observing because I know something is up.
So you're up and walk around, and that's fine. This isn't like it's not an opera; it's a circus. So you're not the only one who gets up in the middle of this because they.
I realize that I'm probably making a much bigger deal about how much of a faux pas this is than the rest of the patrons are. But I'm going against my baser instincts because something is amiss here.
It's rude to a fellow performer that you're seeing right now. Sure, but so if you'd like to make another one, the show is in like its third act, its final act right now. His big finale with Finster is it actually has to do with him casting Enlarge on Finster a number of times, and he's actually gotten a volunteer from the audience right now who's going to be juggled by Finster.
An audience member?
Yes, it is a highly dangerous circus act. Yeah. You think as you're looking, roll me an insight for this.
17.
You think this audience member might be a plant to avoid any possible litigations if it goes wrong.
Yeah, that checks out. Yeah. That falls about in line with everything else that we got here. So we know something is amiss. Did I unmute myself just in time for that?
You were muted.
Perfect, thank you. So I definitely know something is amiss. I just don't know exactly where it's coming from.
Yes. So your perceptions haven't been great on this so far.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I just had you roll insight as a joke for that one trick, but roll me because I probably shouldn't have had you waste that 17 minute. Roll me insight at advantage right now.
Insight?
Yeah.
Okay.
As you because you're really spending this whole act trying to figure this out, so I think that's fair.
Great. So that'll be a 22 then.
A 22. The clowns before, when Magnifico was in the tent, were guarding the tent fairly closely, and you haven't seen any mischief go on here, other than not really being able to explain how he does these tricks.
Mm-hmm.
So you think maybe the answer might lay more in his tent.
Okay, I am going to mosey myself on out, and I'm going to look at the tent. Are the clowns still standing guard out there?
No, they're not. They came with Magnifico.
Great. I am going to, once again, puff myself up with an air like I know what I'm doing, and go to the tent. Okay.
So you're able to. There's no real a lock on it here. It just normally is guarded.
Mm-hmm.
I will say you are leaving near the tail end of his show.
Mm-hmm.
So watch the clock.
Oh yes.
So you get inside the tent, and inside this red pyramid tent is a small table with two chairs surrounded by the tools of Magnifico's trade. There is a top hat, some silken handkerchiefs, a cabinet, a deck of playing cards, a large mirror in an ornate frame, and a white dove in a cage.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look in the cabinet. This is the one thing I can't actually see inside of.
Roll me an investigation check.
What is my modifier for that? That is going to be no modifier, so that's investigation's intelligence, right?
Yes.
So that'll be 8.
8. Yeah, it just seems like a regular little cabinet that has like some little spice. It's an odd assortment. It's got like spices, vials of glitter, like things that might be used in creating tricks and meals, apparently, because I said spices. But...
Of course.
Yeah.
You said there were like vials of glitter?
Yes.
I'm going to pocket one of those.
Okay. You got pocket glitter.
Yep.
I said it.
Yep. And I hate everything about it, but you know what? Green likes it. Okay, so nothing unusual there. I'm gonna keep looking around the tent and see if there's anything else that stands out.
Sure, it's really those things are the main items that are in here.
What could she possibly be hiding? And I'm gonna just, face paint and all, just look at the dove and just say out loud, you wouldn't happen to have any answers to this, would you?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's about right. And so nothing else is standing out in here?
No, not right now. But you've investigated the cabinet. Mm-hmm. You have spoken to the dove.
Yep.
You're still good in here. Did you write down the items? Or do you want me to read them out to you again, so you know what is here?
So let's see. So we had a table with 2 chairs, the large mirror, the cabinet, and the dove. Did I miss anything? Oh, deck of cards.
Deck of cards, a top hat, silk handkerchiefs.
I'm gonna take a look in the mirror, just to, why
okay.
not?
You're looking in it. You do see yourself, obviously. Handsome and green, as you normally see yourself. Roll perception here.
We've been doing well on those so far. We'll see how this goes. That's about right. That's a 3.
A 3. You think it's you?
I play the mirror game where I try and see if the reflection matches me.
Here's what I'll say. It does match you, but there is perhaps like a milliseconds delay.
I'm gonna tap the glass.
Oh, your hand goes into the glass, and you bring it out. It's like in the Matrix, where it's like, and a ripple comes out from it there.
Well, no time like the present. I'm gonna jump on in.
You jump right into the mirror. Awesome.
Yep.
Wonderful. You jump in, and the atmosphere is immediately different here. It is colder. It's a black void, but you have no problem seeing what's in here. It is a 5-foot square demi-plane.
Huh.
And all that is in here is a table with a red tablecloth and an ebony ornate box. The box is locked.
I would like to examine the lock and see if it's something that I think that I might have any chance of trying to open.
You possibly could. It's a locked wooden box. It's not crazy beyond that.
Okay.
There might be a few ways to get in there.
I'm going to let's see, where do I have right here? I am going to go through I'm gonna take my hat off, pull out of my hat an arrow that I keep in there for safekeeping, and I'm gonna try and see if I can pick the lock.
Excellent. All right. Roll me a sleight of hand check.
That's gonna be a 23.
A 23. Expert. You've used the tool for the job. And he questions a little bit maybe what Bard Green the Bard does when he's not so successful at busking. But you get in there and nearly like 1, 2, 3, click, the lock clicks open.
All right, I open the box.
You see in it a fist-sized, shining emerald gem.
Well, that's fortuitous. I'm gonna go ahead and take my head off, take the gem, put it in my hat, put my hat back on.
Okay. You have an emerald gem.
Wonderful.
Both inflatable and real.
Indeed. Oh, actually, how big is the inflatable gem?
The inflatable gem it's like this big. It is a larger size.
I would like to try and see if I can deflate it enough to fit inside the box.
I will allow this because I see where you're going, and it is great. As it deflates, unlike a regular, inflatable that would inflate and just become this big, like, writhing mass of plastic, this actually just gets smaller. When it deflates, you are able to deflate it to the point where it matches the same size as the original emerald gem.
Perfect. I would like to put it inside the box, close it, and relock the box.
Beautiful. Yes.
And after completing that task, can I see the other side of the mirror again to be able to get back out again?
No, you look in the mirror and you see yourself in this demi-plane. It's not a two-sided mirror, it is a mirror-sided mirror.
Okay, but if I will try to touch the mirror again.
And the same thing happens. It's still
Okay.
like bloops and ripples. It's the door is success.
Okay.
You're not locked in here. The door is
Got it. Cool. Then yes.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and mosey on through the mirror.
Okay, and you're back in. It's empty still. I've been rolling to see if Magnifico comes back in, but so far so good. Is there anything else you would like to do in here or investigate?
I am going to turn towards the dove, and I'm going to just do a slight little tip of the hat and say, "Good day," and I'm going to make my way out of the tent.
Woo. All right, you're out of the tent, and as you come out, I think you probably do see from the main tent, striding over, but not necessarily seeing you yet, is a Magnifico and the clowns.
I am going to distance myself from the tent, but again, still looking purposeful, like I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to start making my way towards the exit of the circus.
Okay. You as you go out, you do see a puppet there that's like, "Have a wonderful day."
Thank you. Keep being amazing. And I'll be
Always
very
will.
careful of the way I tilt my hat to make sure that
Yes.
nothing falls out of it.
Roll me a sleight of hand. Just
Fair.
because you said you were being careful.
Fair. Oh boy, that was a 10.
A 10. It does like start to top a little bit, but then you. But you are moseying you mosey your way out of the circus.
Wonderful. I'm gonna try to recall. Did my employer happen to tell me where to meet them?
I don't think he did. He had a few hot chocolates then, but yeah,
Well,
you don't actually know where to meet him.
Well, lacking any other destination to go, I feel like probably the best place to go is where we started. So let's make our way back to the tavern that we were at.
Okay. You go into the tavern, and there are a few people milling about there. Mauve is still behind the bar, wiping it down with a wet cloth, but don't see Mr. Honeycutt.
Mobe, my friend, my wonderful, wonderful bartender who is just so amazing and gracious and wonderful and all that.
Oh, Green, my eventual paying customer. So nice to see you.
You haven't happened to see Mr. Honeycutt around here at all, have you?
Oh, Mr. Honeycutt, no. He only comes in here on a few occasions. Yeah, he likes to get a couple good drinks at once, not one drink every day, if you know what I mean.
Oh, absolutely. He definitely seemed to be really enjoying those hot chocolates.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
You wouldn't happen to know where our wonderful Mr. Honeycutt happens to live, do you?
Well, I don't. History check. I don't actually know where he lives, but I know where he works.
Oh, that might be great as well. Where would that be?
Yeah, well, he actually runs the local candy shop, the Sweet Spot.
The Sweet Spot. Ooh, that sounds like a wonderful establishment. That's great. Thank you. You see, I knew I could rely on you. Just so wonderful as always.
Well, thank you. Is there anything I can get you while you're here?
Well, considering that you pretty much emptied my pockets the last time that I was here, I might have to save that for the next visit. I
took 1 gold for a drink, which is reasonable.
It is absolutely.
If you weren't ready to pay, you shouldn't purchase.
You know, that is absolutely fair. See, wise as always. But I will definitely be returning for future patronage once I have acquired more coin to pay your very reasonable and fair prices. Although, I would like to ask if I could still use your establishment as a ground to do future performances where I could possibly acquire said coin so that I could pay these wonderfully very fair prices.
As long as you keep performing as you did the other day, that is absolutely fine. And she kind of tips her rag to you.
Thank you. I truly appreciate that, and I guarantee that I will give no performances that will completely take all the color out of the world.
Did you just tip your hat at her?
Yes, I did.
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand.
Yep. That'll be a 10.
A 10? A 10, I think the gem plonks down onto the bar.
Yep, that's, excuse me.
Okay. All right. And you were complaining about paying 1 gold, and you're just carrying emeralds around like that.
What? No, that was nothing. I wasn't carrying any emeralds around or anything like that.
Odds. And she just goes back to to cleaning the bar.
By the way, I'm still completely just walking around with this face paint on. I have not.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. You know
Yeah.
what? Mauve expects this of bards. Really, it didn't phase her at all.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I believe this face paint will last for 8 hours. If I recall,
great.
By the way,
Wonderful. So yeah, we're gonna make our way over to Mr. Honeycutt's sweet shop, if you could.
Cool. Have you ever been there before?
Have I?
Roll me a history.
Is that intelligence? 16.
16. I think you maybe haven't gone into it specifically, but you do know its general location.
Okay.
So you are able to make your way through the streets, and you get to the shop.
Great. I walk on in.
Ooh.
If it's open.
Yeah, there's a sign up there that says it's closed right now. We're a little close to the end of the day.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
There is a note on the door.
Okay.
And it says, gone to Prismatic Academy. Will reopen tomorrow.
Prismatic Academy. That sounds colorful. Do I know where Prismatic Academy is?
That you know, that is like the university campus.
Great.
For the wizard schools.
Well, I guess we know where we're going, and I'm gonna start making my way towards Prismatic Academy.
Okay. I keep rolling for something that's not happening. You're making your way to Prismatic Academy.
Okay.
And you get there, and you're amongst all of these wizards in their fine robes. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
That'll be a 17.
17. You're walking fairly quickly. So as you walk through the gates, you walk right past, and behind you, a cylinder of water crashes to the ground, not affecting you at all. And you see these Lokatha fishmen sitting around like, oh, so close.
Do you have any idea how valuable this feather is? I can't get this thing wet.
I mean, wait, don't ducks get their feathers wet? Yeah, man, and like swans get their feathers wet too.
Nerds. And I'm gonna keep walking.
Yes. Are you walking anywhere in particular, or just like?
I don't know. I guess towards the. Is there a like an administrative building or something on this campus?
Sure. Yeah, you walk towards the administrative building.
Wait.
And there is a fastidious-looking younger gnome, let's say, sitting there with a large white wig. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to the administrative building.
Hello, my wonderful good sir. Do you happen to know where I might be able to find one Mr. Honeycutt?
Mr. Honeycutt, let me look at the registration today for visitors. And when I said he was young by gnome standards, so he's still pretty. Yeah. Yes, I believe he's currently visiting with Headmaster Gustava.
Headmaster Gustava. Okay. Where would I be able to find you?
He's up in the main headmaster's tower. You should be down in about 5 minutes or so. However, it's just a quick appointment today.
Mr. Honeycutt will, or the headmaster will?
Yeah, well, likely Mr. Honeycutt. I'm not sure what the headmaster's plans are.
Okay, but he's going to come here.
He'll be coming down the steps of the hall. It's just one building to the left.
Ah, wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go
and you go, and you wait there, and yeah, Mr. Honeycutt comes down.
I really want to know what you're rolling for now.
Green the Bard, you were going to get the emerald gem, weren't you?
Yes, I am. Is there somewhere we could talk privately?
Sure. Actually, yes, please. Come in, and he just ushers you into like an empty classroom that's to the side there. Right. Yes. What is it?
Well, I believe since I did just come from a wonderful show at the circus, I think this deserves the appropriate pomp and circumstance associated with such a task. Ta-da!
That's it. That's the 6th emerald gem. Green, I could kiss you. This is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. I will. Yes, I need to thank you properly. I need to thank you. And he looks around, and you're actually in one of the music rooms of the academy, which is very fortuitous.
Indeed.
The universe does have a way of making things work out sometimes. And he rifles through his pockets, and he pulls out a key and says, I'm sure Headmaster Gustava wouldn't mind. And he goes into the cabinet and he unlocks it and pulls out and hands you this very special loot case. And you open it, and you recognize this immediately as the instrument of the bards, Das Lute. Please.
This is beautiful.
You deserve more than what we had. Thank you. And he gives you a big hug. We will be calling on you again very soon.
Thank you. This is... I don't think I've ever seen one of such fine craftsmanship before.
It's a wonderful instrument. It is. However, you'll need it. I definitely think you will.
That does sound strangely foreboding. Is there something I should know?
At this point, I believe there is. Come with me. And that's where we'll end the episode for today. You aced the red tent, getting the emerald gem. You snuck out of the circus, Green the Bard. That was a highly successful second half to make up for what occurred in the first half, I think.
No kidding.
Wonderful. That's the end of our solo episodes.
I only lost half of my hit points.
Only have our final episode left to go, which is going to bring everyone together. But before we get to that, Green the Bard, where can people find you apart from this game?
Hi everyone, I'm Eddie, otherwise known as the Discount Bard. I stream regularly on Twitch at twitch.tv/discountbard. I also guest on various channels like this one. I do have a regular game happening on alternating Tuesdays at the Red Hair Inn, where I play as Art the Goblin Artificer. I also have a political intrigue campaign happening with That D'Angelo at twitch.tv/thatd'angelo. Lots of fun stuff there. And then, of course, you can follow all the other shenanigans and various chaos that I'm up to on all the social medias at Discount Bard.
Thank you so much. I am Billy Seaguire. You can find me at Billy Seaguire on Instagram or the Billy Seaguire on Twitter. I'm running this nerd campaign. We have one episode left, which will be next week, which with all 6 of our players. You can also find me this Wednesday. I'll be playing Nicest Contention here on Initiative Order as Duncan Longleat, a paladin who is possibly harboring some more secrets than you know. And you can also go out, buy my book, The Black Archive number 54, Dalek, where I did a full book's worth analysis of the Doctor Who episode Dalek from 2005. You can get it from Obverse Books. It's one of the best things I've ever done. I'm very mad at this dice right now for not giving you a boss battle with that magician, but not as mad as I am that you didn't pick up anything from the deck of many things. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for watching today. And please remember to check out our schedules on social media for all the shows we have here on the Initiative Order.